Pull up a stool and pour yourself a pint as you're about to join three intrepid drinkers, Kevin, Justin, and Mark, as they embark on another Beertastic voyage.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Beertastic Voyage. My name's Kevin.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Justin.
And we are back in Studio 1A after our last session in Justin's basement, Studio 2C, 3B, I don't know.
Recording here on National Beer Day.
Yeah.
It is National Beer Day.
Absolutely.
Hey, guys, cheers to that.
Cheers, National fucking
I
Beer
didn't
Day.
know that. Clinky.
Clinky.
Clinky, clinky.
Clinky. Pretend clinky.
Yay. And we have beers from right around the corner at Patchogue Beer Project. Are they the newest one? Can I say they're the newest one in Patchogue?
Yeah.
Oh,
think they are.
definitely the newest to Patchogue. I think they may be the newest on Long Island.
Might be.
Still.
That's always changing, though. So
Yes, for a couple of more weeks until Sikataga opens.
Yes.
Yes, I've been eyeballing them. I'm over by that store. I'm over by them more often now. Every time I'm there, which is like 3 times a week.
First weekend in May.
I keep eyeballing over there going, are they open yet? Are they open? Like I drive by and I kind of lean over as I drive. And I'm like, because I don't want to pull into the parking lot, but I kind of lean. I'm like, can I see the door? If I lean, I can see the door. Nope,
Don't lie. Don't lie. You're just doing your gangster lean when you drive.
Well, I got to look tough in West Ice.
Right.
Anyway, Patchogue Beer Project. It's over on Railroad Avenue. It's over by one of the music venues, right? What is that?
The Emporium.
The Emporium.
No, it's
What's it
Stereo
called?
The other
Garden
one.
now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it'll always be known as the Emporium. It's the place where somebody
got shot.
Yeah, where people got shot after a concert. That place.
Also, where the Suffolk County Republicans hold up during election nights for some odd reason.
Okay. Hey, listen. Whatever makes
You know what says Republican values is a venue where people get shot at rapid performances.
You're right. That does speak to this traditional Republican values. So anyway, this is the newest creation of Mike Bilbrick of Port Jeff Brewing fame. So it's a New York State farm brewery. They've opened up a 5-barrel system with a bunch of 10-barrel fermenters that they got hanging out. And as my understanding, their goal is really just to be in a place for experimentation.
Yeah, small batch brewing.
Yeah, a lot of small batch, a lot of collaboration, a lot of get kind of pro-am kind of things going. Those things to give an opportunity to experiment with more interesting and creative beers.
Yeah. That
aren't necessarily needed for you can't always do once you start getting into a bigger system.
Right, and they're also conveniently located with what's the burger joint?
Local Burger.
Local Burger, and
Yeah.
you can actually order Local Burger while you're sitting at the bar.
Oh, that's always good.
Yeah, it's from my understanding, it's a somewhat pared down menu from everything that you can get at Local Burger, but
Yeah, that
you
makes
still
sense.
bring it.
Yeah, you don't have to go all around and pick it up. They bring it over.
Yeah, right.
That's
They
cool.
bring it over.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
No, then Local Burger is pretty goddamn tasty.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
So, I like their logo. It's kind of got the old cigar Native American chief.
Yeah.
Cigar, I'm going to say cigar Indian. I know Indian's not the right word anymore, but that's what it is.
I believe that is the appropriate term for those things.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like every shitty high school logo, but in a good way. It's very Long Island. Obviously, you have the Indian thing, but it reminds me of a lot of high school. A lot of high school logos. It
kind of
seems
like
very appropriate to me.
Yeah, kind of like the Brentwood logo.
Yeah.
Kind of Brentwood. I don't think they're the Chiefs anymore, but I think they're the Warriors, but something along those lines.
Exactly.
But I'm pretty certain it's a Native American as their logo as well. That's a different conversation, and we won't get into the National Football League teams and things like that. But as far as the beers are concerned, this was the first. We stopped in there just before we recorded to pick these up, and this was my first time in there. It's a nice looking joint. I do like the aesthetic that they have going on in there. It's very clean. It's very, very modern looking in the layout of it, like a very big bar.
It's they have a number of tables to sit at. The bar is very nice sized, and today it's the first really beautiful day of the year.
Yeah, they have the windows, the
the
doors
windows,
open.
and they have a garage door that opened, so you're kind of getting the breeze in from outside. It's nice. I mean, I was actually there for an LIBME board meeting, and we kind of sat in the back. We sat up front. I mean, the place was not full of people because it was a Tuesday night, but you could see how the layout is really conducive to having a conversation.
Right.
It's really a great place to go and sit down. There wasn't the music. Every time I've been there, the music hasn't been loud.
Okay.
It feels more like a chill hangout spot than a bar.
And you know what? That kind of goes with the idea that it's not on the main. It's right off the main drag. It's not on the main drag with all the other bars and all the other places to hang out on Main Street.
Yeah.
It's around the corner. It's a little quieter.
Yeah, and especially that road is only southbound where the brewery is located, so
Yeah.
you're not really going to get a heck of a lot of traffic going past.
Exactly. So we picked up 3 beers from them. We have a golden ale, a wit, and a porter from them, which I'm interested. I have not tried any of these.
I have had the wit.
You've
before
had the
now.
wit, and Mark, have you had any of them?
I haven't had anything from there yet.
Justin was with me while we were picking this up. Justin and I picked this up together, and we had little samples of 2 of them that were there that we did not pick up. I got a honey ale, which was a little over hot for my taste, but it was interesting.
Yeah, and I got the taste of their winter ale, which I didn't get. I was upset that I didn't see the last time I was there. I wanted to try it, and it was interesting. The very solid winter ale. There's nothing wrong with it, but it also wasn't. There was nothing a lot different about it either, which you don't expect. Well, yes, from Mark's taste, there was probably too much clove in it, but it was in that. That's what I mean by a standard winter ale, because most winter ales have too much clove for Mark.
So
Except for the one from North Fork, apparently.
He didn't have clove in it.
I don't, right. He ordered I saw him order the winter ale on Wednesday for North Fork. I'm like, what'd you get? He goes, winter ale. I gave him this look like, who are you? Like, what happened? And he goes, I've read the ingredients. There was no clove. I was like, okay. All right. Sure.
Nutmeg and cinnamon.
Yeah. So we've poured the wit, and
this is the gold.
Oh, this is the gold.
This is the gold.
Oh
It's
my
called
God.
Pipe. It's called Pipe Dream, and it comes in at 5.5% ABV. So which is super average.
Justin was about to
Go nuts on a wit.
give this a courtesy score.
Well,
If it was wit, then you'd have to have a conversation about it. But I think as a golden ale,
it still tastes kind of witty to me. That's the thing. I'm thinking maybe they put it. I mean, I'll be interested when we open the gold. The golden ale, number 1, should be clear, and number 2 shouldn't smell like Belgian or taste like Belgian. This one does.
it does smell like a Belgian. It does smell like Belgian.
I would be really surprised if this was the golden ale, because I've had the golden ale.
Yeah, you don't think you think they labeled the can
I
wrong?
assumed it was a Belgian golden ale.
Oh, this might be different than the last one I had. I had a golden ale last time I was there. It was not Belgian, but I didn't recognize the name of it either. All I saw was golden ale when we picked it. Okay.
So, yeah, that was my thought process. Yeah. As soon as I smelled it when I opened it, I got the Belgian aroma to it, and I was like, oh, it's a Belgian style golden ale, which I tend to enjoy these. I think they're light and drinkable and have a little bit more body than your normal American lager.
Right. I was actually just going to comment on the body. I mean, the body on it is not a heavy body beer by any stretch, but it really carries the flavor on your tongue when you swallow really well. It's pretty good.
I really like this one. This is a nice quality beer. It's got that little bit of sweetness to it, but not overly sweet. I think as a golden ale, it checks all the boxes that it's supposed to.
The head on it was pretty good too when I poured it. I mean, I gave mine an aggressive pour because I wanted to check it out, but the head stuck around until I actually picked it up and drank it.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's like a little too dank or piney to me near the finish.
Yeah, I caught a little something at the end there, but
I couldn't tell if it was like a hop related flavor or if
I think it's hops. I don't think it's yeast.
You don't think it's yeast? Yeah.
On the aroma, I definitely get a mix of bubble gum and black pepper that I'm assuming is from the yeast, but that character towards the end of the taste, it just seems too American to me.
Well, again, they're not saying Belgian style. They're not saying American style. They're just kind of.
That's why I was confused, because it just says golden ale. Most of the time when it's a Belgian golden ale, they most places label it as Belgian because that's the character. That's what you're expecting. If you just say golden ale, no one thinks it's Belgian golden ale. That's the first thing.
Oh well, yeah.
Without the qualifier, you don't think that's it's going to be Belgian. That's why I was really confused when I was drinking it.
So, other than that, what do you guys? You guys think you're ready to rate it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a pint. I could finish the pint, but that character is just too much for me, and I'm not gonna want a second glass.
Okay. For me, I think I'd go probably with a bomber on this one. I think I could enjoy 2 of these And man, you were talking about that. Even though we had a huge breakfast, I could kind of go for one of those a good burger and 2 pints of this. I think that'd be really enjoyable.
Yeah, this makes me want pretzels.
Well, how convenient that there's a tub sitting next to it.
Yes, I was more thinking of the pretzels that with like the beer cheese that we had at. I know that's a German thing and this is Belgian, but it gets me in the mood for that like cheese and pretzel thing going on.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I might just because I'm fat and I like beer, cheese, and pretzels. Maybe everything makes me feel that way.
Who doesn't?
Seriously.
So this so the website just says just says golden ale. It doesn't give any more details as to if it's what style it would be in.
Right.
Did you give it a rating, Justin?
Did not.
Yeah.
I agree with Mark. I'm going to give it a pint. I think it's really it's a great beer, but there is that finish that I still don't necessarily identify it as hops. So I don't know that it's not either, but it isn't as that builds. That finish is building on my palate.
I mean, it comes off as like a bit West Coast IPA-ish to me.
Yeah, I can definitely understand how you get there.
I get what you're saying on that. I just don't find it overpowering. To me, it does kind of, if you get that, it's like a light version of the West Coast one. The West Coast ones I always want to like more than I do. And so this one being a little bit lighter than that, I'm like, oh, okay, I can get behind that.
No, I can see that. It's just still not my preference.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna.
All right, so moving along, we're going on to the 5% ABV Wits End.
Yes, this is a Belgian wit. I've had this one, and this I think is my favorite of the ones I've had from them.
That was a good sound.
It was. It sounded really good in the headphones. Everybody enjoyed that at home.
We might have to clip that one and save that for some other purposes. But
just use it as the sound.
Oh yeah, that's true. We could
like
do
every
that.
time.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Drop it in.
All right.
That's too much work for me.
Well, no,
You don't have to do it. I'll do it on the audio side.
Yeah. Well, no, you just do that, and then every once in a while, I would use that as like an intermission one.
I was more thinking when we need to insert sound for some reason. Well, we have a commercial break or something.
I'm pretty sure they may have labeled the cans incorrectly.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you're thinking?
No, this is the wit.
Yeah.
The smell. This is definitely the wit.
on the nose.
Yeah. This is a lot clearer than you would expect from a wit, which is pretty impressive. But the carbonation is beautiful. Look at this carbonation
nice color,
streaming
nice
off of it.
carbonation.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the wit. I was just looking at the appearance.
The clarity of it, right?
Yeah, because it definitely has better clarity than the other one.
Right.
Which
I
I know.
love the aroma.
I think they serve straight out of the bright tanks, right?
Mhm.
So that could be a factor in the clarity on these.
Right. That's true.
Ooh, this is tasty.
Yeah, this is a really clean, great clean Belgian beer.
Yeah, this is really tasty. It's clean, little bubble gummy, but not overpowering.
No, it's there on the nose, but it's
like Bazooka Joe, kind of like Bazooka when you open it, not when you eat it. When you eat it, it tastes like trash.
Yeah.
But when you open it, you get that aroma. You're like,
But it comes with a comic.
Well, the comic's the best part.
Exactly. What I like about it is the really clean bitterness in the finish. Like it's not a harsh bitterness. It's just enough to clean that bubble gum and that yeast character off your palate, so you can want to drink more of it right away.
Yeah, it is. It's nice and crisp.
Yes, that's a perfect way of putting it. This is my style lawnmower beer.
No, I can get behind this 100%. Drinking this, it's springtime now, and the weather's starting to get warm, and this beer kind of has like, all right, let's get going, kind of feel to it. Like we can start doing stuff outside now. We can start being outdoors. I like this.
The thing that is to me is really impressive about it is that balance. I'm like searching on my tongue for the flavor, and it's gone. That's the great part about the thing about I think most people don't like about Belgians is that yeast character tends to build. If you're drinking a triple or anything else, it can between the alcohol and the yeast character, it gets overwhelming on the palate. Not for me, but that's a complaint I've heard from other people. And this is one of a Belgian this is kind of like this could be Fisher Price, my first Belgian. You know what I mean?
I'm up for
This could be a Belgian beer that maybe even Greg Kelly would like.
It does not exist. Yeah, I mean, it speaks to that idea of straightforward, very well done beers that we always enjoy.
I will say the clarity is, relatively disturbing. Like if you hold it up and you look at it from the bottom, you're pretty sure you're drowning.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
you know what I mean? Like that's exactly. If you were dying underwater, that's what you would say. It's so clear.
Yeah.
no, I really like it.
Little fine white bubbles chilling out on top.
Yeah, it's
So
hanging
pretty.
out, and the aroma is staying with it.
Super pretty.
I could just hang out and drink this beer. Like, just go. We're just hanging out and just drinking. You could get it, party with it a little bit, and keep going. But like, it's kind of going to be able to do all of it.
If you put this in a glass, and people looked at it, they would think you could be drinking any American lager.
Yeah,
It would
Yeah.
be really fun to pour this
and
and
then
just give it to people and not tell them it's a Belgian. And I would just watch their face go, oh, because they're expecting a Budweiser.
so earlier we were Justin, you and I, we were talking about that show, Superstore,
Yes.
right? That I've been watching recently, and there's an episode where they do like a farmer's market in the store, and this one woman is selling craft beer, and 2 or 3 of the guys try it in the store, like take the sample, and they're all just like, "This is Bud Light. This is absolutely Bud Light." And one of the makes the whole show is just like it's just harassing this woman to be like, "Admit it, it's Bud Light, it's Bud Light, it's Bud Light, it's Bud Light." Finally, gets to her at the end. She's like, "Fine. I buy the kegs from the distributor and I rebottle it." And I said, "Because you can't tell anyone." And he's like, "I just needed to hear it from you." So,
It's brilliant.
and I said that, and I just went, "Man, I wonder how many people have tried that bullshit scam."
I don't know. I would. That's brilliant to me. No one would
Yeah.
ever know. How did anybody ever find out?
You would know, like the beating of the telltale heart. You would know on your palate.
I don't
Your
know,
taste
it
buds
just
would
seems
betray
like
you.
an awful lot of effort to go through to like pay taxes and whatnot on that shit.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I just think of the ability to mark it up. You can buy a half keg of Bud Light for like $150.
Yeah, and if you change it over
Maybe
into
less.
into bombers and how much you could sell each one, and you're selling each one for
Yeah.
for
And then
$10 a
You
piece.
could fruit some of it for no reason.
What did you do? Oh, I just dumped some strawberry jam in the bottle of this.
Right, exactly.
I've definitely seen like people like taking like the Bud Light leftover from a Super Bowl party and like dumping it into a bucket and then pitching bread on top of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Somebody should do that with a dump bucket at a competition. That
As
would
you said that as I was drinking, and I
Yeah.
almost threw up a little bit in
Oh,
my mouth.
yeah.
Because just the idea of the dump bucket just is gross,
Oh, God.
no matter what.
But you always have the guy at the table who goes, how much would I have to pay you to drink that? And I'm like, if you've been a judge for more than like 5 seconds, like it's fucking dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Oh,
There isn't enough money for you to pay me to dump that, right?
I mean, yeah, that also reminds me of like the first off flavor class that we took at Dubco, and there was the one guy that finished all of his samples.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I finished all of them. I'm like, wait, you finished the one that tastes like baby vomit? What the fuck are you doing? I was into it.
I
All right.
drank them all.
Yeah.
Like what?
I mean, I finished the lactic one because that just tastes like a really good sour beer.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool.
did you guys, when you were younger, ever play that game Kings or King's Cup?
Sounds
It
familiar.
was a drinking card game where like every time you played people played a card, like something would happen. Basically, it was like a bunch of mini games, and if you there was a cup in the middle of the table, and if you drew a king or something like that, you would pour some into the cup,
Okay.
right? Or if you lost, you would pour some into the cup and so on. And whoever drew the last king had to drink the cup of like whatever was in there. And most of the time, when you had everybody sitting around, like we weren't all drinking the same thing.
Right.
So it would just become this nasty ass thing to do. So it was one part Russian roulette and one part like mini games. Like it made sense at the time, but like it just once or twice and then you got that and you were just like, oh, this is terrible.
Well,
Now that you're in the demographic where nobody cares about your opinion.
That's
looking
right.
back-
No one cares about me anymore, right? Now it's real.
how about that game Bean Boozled? Have you heard about this?
I feel like I've heard the name, but I have no idea what it
It's
is.
the Harry Potter jelly beans.
Oh yeah, the
right.
Bertie Bott's every flavor.
Yeah, you spin the wheel of beans, and you have to eat whatever one it lands on. You don't know what flavor it is.
Okay.
You know, and I don't know if anyone's aware, but they have some pretty disgusting flavors
Yeah, they
like
have
earwax.
Earwax, grass, dirt, vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine apparently was playing that with his kid, and he just ended up writing on Facebook, "Nope, nope, nope, no more Bean Boozled. I threw it out."
Yeah. For the Harry Potter, if there's any Harry Potter nerds listening, just remember that toffee is probably earwax. Do not.
Yes.
Alas, earwax.
Yeah, it is not something I want to partake in.
All right.
It's also the bottom of a Vermonster too. So you know, does everybody know what a Vermonster is?
Yes. That's the giant
Ben and Jerry's.
thing.
There's a competition with 30 scoops of ice cream and a whole bunch of other toppings. So I was challenged to eat one of those. Fucking did it.
Oh, sorry.
But I had to scoop like the disgusting. Like I should have gotten one flavor. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. All the flavors melded together at the bottom in this pool.
Oh, you had to eat the soup?
Oh, yeah, I had to eat the soup. And the soup is mixed in with pieces of brownie and pieces of peanut butter cup and
The
Gummy
detritus of all the other ones.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
Or
I
is
think
it detritus? What is it?
Detritus.
yeah. It was. That was fun, and that was how it ended. Like I had to finish.
That's
with
how
that.
it ends.
I had to finish with that because that's obviously what's left.
You mean
and
the
then-
shame wasn't the last thing?
Oh no, the shame lasted for weeks. But so did the diarrhea too. But I had to pick it up and like it's in like a KFC bucket.
Yeah.
It's the fattest thing you can do. There's nothing that makes you fatter than that. It's impossible. 30 scoops of ice cream in an hour and a half.
Oh, good lord. Oh, my stomach churches. Thank you.
Yeah, if I were lactose intolerant, I would have died.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's get back to this one.
Let's get back to this delicious beer. I'm trying to extend it to keep giving me a reason to continue drinking this particular beer. But
Mark, you finished first, I think, so you go first on your rating.
I'm going to give it a bomber. I could definitely drink 2 glasses of this back to back, no problem, but I don't know if I want more than that.
I can understand that. I think I'm going to go with the bomber as well. I think that's just the right spot, and that's going to be one of those bombers I don't want to share.
yes.
I think, okay, this one's for me, and you guys want it, you can go get your own.
It'll be a hat trick. It's going to be a bomber for me as well. I think that's the perfect amount. Hit those back to back and then go mow the lawn.
There you go. All right, so the last one we have is a Patchogue Porter. And this one comes in at 6.3%. Justin, I'm going to let you reach over and grab the handle this time so I don't do the ridiculous backwards pass thing I did.
Oh, man. Oh.
And it's a porter. We don't know if it's an American-style porter or an English-style porter
Or a Baltic porter.
or a Baltic porter. That's true.
Or a tropical porter. Not a thing.
That's true. It could be anything. We don't know.
Accepted.
We're living dangerously with the barely labeled porter.
Yes.
And I have water still in there, but whatever, it's just water.
I want them to do a beer that's just called cultural appropriation.
I'm sure somebody, like, Starts Untapped. I'm sure there's at least 6 of those.
I just mean specifically Patchogue Beer Project.
Oh.
Yeah. I have no problem with it. I'm not a Native American nor worried about it, but I think that would be a fun way to combat that.
I'm appropriating your culture with my meat upstairs.
That's true. You are fucking Norwegian culture, and then you dumping Japanese stuff into it.
Yeah. Oh, I did that already.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna dump some Japanese funk in there, though.
American Porter. All I can think of is the Japanese version of Parliament Funkadelic. It's like K-pop meets Detroit.
Oh my god, that would be so incredible. I really want to see that now. I want to see a whole bunch of weird K-pop kids doing Parliament Funkadelic music. But of course have like wigs that look like George Clinton's dreads.
Yeah, of course.
Like, of course.
This is definitely an American Porter.
Yeah, but it's really good.
Very good. I really that like medium roast coffee situation.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
got
solid.
like it's got a really strong roast character, but it is very smooth. It's not harsh or acrid in any way.
No, it's got that nice bell curve. It ramps up a little. You get the height of it, and it cleans itself off.
Yeah, this one's spot on.
This is really tasty.
I'll be honest, this was the one I was most worried about. Going in, I was
Oh yeah.
just because I feel like sometimes folks have a hard time defining their porters,
Mhm.
and they just use the word porter because
It's brown.
it's brown and it sounds better with whatever title they have.
Yeah.
You know, if you said Apache Stout, it wouldn't sound as good as Apache Porter because you have the
It's
little
alliteration.
alliteration.
Slightly.
I feel like I've experienced that in drinking beer sometimes, but this one is, yeah, you're right. Good roast, good level of flavor, not overpowering, cleans off well. I'm in.
I like the color a lot too. It's got like this really interesting orange hue.
Yeah, it's got some there are like little ruby highlights going on when you look up into the light. The head on it it's not the biggest head, but it's definitely some fine bubbles, and
Yeah, I've got a nice little swirl across the top still.
yeah, definitely laces. The aroma is also you would never guess the level of roast in the beer from the aroma, but the aroma is very pleasing. It's got like a low caramel tone to it.
It's got that, but it also has it's got a little bit of coffee in
But
it.
yeah, right. But it's the coffee smell, not the roast smell. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, it's a little darker than brown bottle color, you know, but it's really good with the level of the sweet to it too.
Yeah.
I want a biscuit. Okay. Let me specify. I don't want like a cornbread biscuit. I want like a cracker type biscuit. Like I actually might want Belvita.
You want a cookie?
Yeah. Basically, yes, I want a cookie. But it would go so well with
It's
it.
English, damn it.
Yes,
No,
It's American.
I like one of those English biscuit cookie things.
No, I know what you're saying. Kind of like the Biscoff airplane cookie, airport biscuit
Yeah,
kind of thing.
the type of thing, or a scone. The scone would be great with this too. Like this is my coffee. I don't drink coffee, but this coffee flavor is awesome.
Are you saying you want to drink beer in the morning? Because
Yeah, kind of.
okay, because you can do that too. That's okay.
It might be frowned upon. I had at the office I had entries for the LIBME Pro-Am,
Yeah,
and I brought them inside. I usually leave them in the car, and covered up. But this time of year, it's
Gets
too
hot, yeah.
hot. So I brought it into the office. I wasn't going to put it in the refrigerator in the office, mostly because it's a really small refrigerator.
Yeah.
And
so
somebody
you're
walked.
living in the corner of your cube, and
Yeah. So somebody walked in and saw them. There were 4 in a 6-pack.
right.
And they looked over, they're like, "Did you drink the other 2?" It's like, no.
Yes.
It's a long story. Go away. Because I don't like the guy anyway. But no, I'm
Damn
not
it,
sure.
Steve, get back in your cage.
I'm having a really rough Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm like, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. No, I didn't drink 2 beers at work at 10 o'clock in the morning.
You should have been like, it's hump day, bitches! Woo!
What?
I can eat that commercial so much. They brought that commercial back. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if it's
Yes.
just on Hulu or if it's on regular TV
No, I
or
think
what
it's
it is.
just on Hulu. But
But yeah, they brought that back, and it's even in standard format. It's not widescreen.
no,
No, it's just standard format. It's really cool.
because it doesn't
16
need
by
to be.
9.
What else did he?
No, but I think they're doing it on purpose for nostalgia's
Yeah,
sake.
yeah.
I'm going to kick off the range for this. I think this is going to be a growler for me. It was almost a bomber, but I think I'm going to go growler on it. It's that well done.
I think for me, it's going to stay at that bomber level. I know that makes all 3 of them are bombers for me. But I feel like that's right where it is. It's got a good quality to it. It lacks a little bit of a defining character to me to make me go like, I really, really want it more, or the complexity to make me go, I want to keep drinking this and try to figure it out. But I think the bomber is spot on for me.
I'm with Justin on this. This is a growler for me. I could definitely drink my way through that.
That's a really well done beer.
Yeah.
On all fronts. Speaking of well done beer, one from a Chopped.
Sure.
So for those of you who are longtime listeners or are part of LIBME, you know what Chopped is. But for those who aren't, it's like the TV show. We pick a random style out of a hat. Then you pick 2, what I'm going to call flavors, but maybe people use them as ingredients.
Yeah, specialty ingredients.
And you have to make a beer. And there's a big list. It's all totally random. You wouldn't know that by what I got. because
fate is always out to fuck you, Justin.
No.
Remember that.
No.
Fate not
You're
only
playing T-ball.
yeah, fate not only landed in my lap, but it fucked Mark, which made it even better.
Body in a wood chipper.
Basically, yeah. So the last
My birthday.
Yeah, on Mark's birthday. Everyone knows when that is. I'm not going to tell you when that was. On Mark's birthday, we went to Craft in Port Jeff as a club, and we did the picking. So
And the picking was commencing.
We did the picking.
We did the picking.
All right. So, Justin, what did you grab? What did you draft?
Not really great grammar or sentences.
Sorry, I'm drawing circles.
Yeah, you're like making fucking fan art over there.
I
What
have
you
a
doing?
circle template somewhere.
Jesus.
I'm sure you do, but I'm drawing. I'm on my scrap paper here. I'm drawing circles with the back of a bottle opener. Because
Kevin's in fucking economics class in high school right now.
God, I slept so much through that class. My teacher was. She hated me because all I did was sleep, but I passed the class with like B+, like
Yeah,
because
that's all that
basic
matters.
shit.
Yeah, you're like, macroeconomics, I got this.
Diminishing returns.
I'm a junior taking a senior class. I don't care. Leave me alone. Just it's a history. It's a social studies class. Of course I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah, that worked out great for me.
So, okay. Before Kevin takes the revolver,
I'm gonna keep drinking. I'm just gonna go back to drinking. You know.
so we commenced the picking, and I picked English brown ale.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, I like English brown ales. And Greg Kelly didn't get English brown ale, so that was the bonus there.
Yeah, he does make a good one.
Yeah,
You want more of this, or you want
No, give
cans?
me all the cans.
Cans. Okay.
all of the cans. So that's the style I got. What style did you get, Mark?
I got German wheat beer.
All right, so we're not.
That's
No,
not terrible
no.
for you either. You like
We're
wheat
both chilling right now. No big deal. I think I'm a little happier than Mark is because Mark's not a super like wheat beer type guy, but
beer. Right, but
it's
it's
doable
not,
action.
but the styles aren't like necessarily the worst part. It's really the crazy ingredients that you guys get
right.
that make it a real challenge.
Yeah. So you picked first, right, Mark?
I did.
Okay. So what do you remember the first ingredient you picked?
Mint.
Mint. So Mark got mint.
You
Those-
don't like it.
For those,
I abhor mint.
for those who've been playing along, Mark would eat 14 grapefruits before he had any mint.
We're talking about the guy that refuses to have normal toothpaste and has to go have cinnamon toothpaste.
Exactly.
right.
Yeah. So, and on top of that, I have to be blunt. I don't think that mint goes well with that yeast character in any way, shape, or form. I feel like they are not a good combo.
I don't think I've ever had mint in beer, to be honest.
I definitely have. I've definitely had some shitty Christmas beer that had mint in it. I'm positive. Like I know, actually, that's not. I know that I judged what was called a candy cane winter ale.
Ugh.
It was.
Just the thought of that doesn't make
Yeah.
me happy. I do like mint, and
Oh,
that doesn't make me.
It was awful. So the first ingredient that I pulled out was cinnamon.
Okay, cinnamon and brown ale.
Yeah.
We're kind of seeing a trend here.
Right. So I'm happy right now. And I by the way had a low number, so that meant that I picked last in the first round and then picked again quickly.
So they snake it.
Yeah, then
Okay.
the snake order. But that means in the third round, I'm going to be left with the second to last option in there.
There wasn't
At all.
any ping pong balls or anything like the NBA draft. Or
No, no, maybe we'll overcomplicate it with that next year. So
Well, if you register third, you get the most ping pong balls.
so
you,
what?
you know what? We should do that. Like, we really should take so they put it up to a vote basically for all the members to vote on these ingredients and the beer styles.
Right.
They really should take like the bottom 4 or so ingredients
Yeah.
that weren't selected and just like randomly pick one of those and throw it into the
Oh.
mix.
It's a good idea. So yeah, Mark
Gonna have to update the Bible.
Mark picked early, so in the last round he went towards the beginning of it, right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I
think it
picked
was
twice. I picked the 2 ingredients back to back.
Exactly.
Okay, so you had last and first. Got it.
Yeah. So what was the last ingredient you picked?
Vanilla
Vanilla.
So you got vanilla and mint
and
in
German wheat
in a
beer.
German wheat beer. I don't see how that works. I mean, I can get vanilla and mint going together themselves, but in the wheat beer, that's the real difficulty.
Yeah.
I know I'm stating the obvious, but I'm just processing this because this is the first I'm hearing of these results as well.
So I'm watching everybody else pick because I'm picking at the end, and I'm praying to God. There are things I don't want. I don't remember what those were, but I knew there were 2 things I didn't
You
want.
don't want fruit.
Yeah, they were picked right away. And I'm like, okay,
fruit.
cool.
You don't want the weird
Peach
liquid
and
smoke.
apricot.
Oh, I definitely didn't want peach and apricot.
The weird liquid smoke crap.
I would have taken smoke. I would have. Oh no, maple. I didn't want the maple bacon smoke. because that.
Don't you guys have that one bottle of like Maple Bacon Smoke that's been floating around for 2 years now?
Yeah, Rick Ross got that, and he's like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, "It doesn't matter. Andrew still has the bottle."
Yeah.
So we, anyway, I realized Mexican chilies are left.
Ooh.
And I'm like, holy shit, I really want Mexican chilies. Like, please, God, give me Mexican chilies. So it comes to my turn. There are 2 left, and we're picking out of Greg Kelly's hat. And
that doesn't seem like a safe environment.
No, it wasn't. So he
It wasn't a Star Sign of
So that, the hat comes over to me. I see the 2 folded pieces of paper, and they're side by side right in front of me.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? I always pick the right side. I'm going to pick the left side this time. So I picked the left side. I picked the left side. Motherfucking Mexican chilies.
There you go, man.
So I literally got set up on a tee. We'll see how I fuck this up.
Yeah.
That's inevitable. But we're basically, the plan is to do a mole. English brown ale.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that. And you guys aren't doing this yourself. You guys have teammates, co-brewers, right?
Yeah, we do.
So you want to shout out your co-brewers while you guys are doing this?
Yes, we have. I have Joe Capiello and what the hell's the other? God damn it! Totally forgot.
They won't feel bad.
I drank too much yesterday. Way too much. Who are yours? Let me think about this for a second.
I have Jen Kelly, Greg's wife, and Adam Weiss, who's the club treasurer.
Oh, I have Bill Weiss. I have Adam's dad. And then
second year in a row. Woo woo.
Yep, whoop whoop. He's good luck. I picked up John from our newly converted member from the bottle share at Beyond. He's brewed at my house one time, and he wanted to do it, so I'm like, just come by. You can be quote unquote part of the team. And then I think we're gonna.
I get to be part of the team.
I think we randomly picked up another person on Wednesday. I don't know. I'm gonna have like 16 people are gonna come to my house for a house party when we brew. Apparently, I have no idea. It's gonna be like high school where like 3 people were supposed to come over, but each invited 3 people. So I think you and I talked about it briefly, but what's your relative plan? Do you want to share that? I don't think it really matters.
The plan is to make a Dunkel Weizenbach and, aim for a dessert beer type situation with that.
I think that's the only thing you can do is a dessert beer. You know what I mean? Like that's the safest option because you can make the flavor super bold and not worry about it.
Yeah, now that you say Dunkel, that's occurring to me. That's like, oh yeah, you can have darker wheat beers in the German style. And because when I immediately heard wheat beer, I'm thinking lighter. I'm thinking, just thinking, it's lighter wheat beer. Like,
right, you're thinking Hefeweizen.
Yeah, I'm thinking Hefes, and like that's really tough to get those flavors in there. But yeah, now that you say it, Dunkels, that makes more sense. You go for the darkest one you can get away with.
Yeah, right.
And I'm interested in that. I really am.
And thank God for Adam Weiss, because he's the one on. He's like, you don't have to do all 5 gallons. I'm like, yes, you're right, because there's no way in hell I am drinking what's left of this after the judging happens.
Oh God, no!
This is going to go into the TBC parking lot. Like this isn't even going to go back in his car.
So no, I would whatever the smallest batch you can handle.
Oh well, I've got 2 shiny new 2.5 gallon kegs over there.
That seems like the perfect
2.5 gallons is getting the shit in it, and the other 2.5 gallons is going to stay a nice Dunkel Weizenbach.
Nice, and that's the beauty of tinctures. Not putting anything into the actual brew.
Oh yeah, the chocolate mint's soaking in vodka upstairs already.
Yeah, Mark died a little aside when he hit to purchase the chocolate mint.
Okay.
I'm sure you tried to find some Japanese variant of mint before you settled on chocolate.
I did look into it, honestly.
Fucking knew it.
I was looking into shisha, but
Jesus Christ,
fucking
knew it.
I didn't think that would really be in the spirit.
I want to take a pencil
because while in the same family, it's not that closely related.
No, nothing. Yeah, any Japanese version, it's just going to be like, well, this one, this is Japanese mint, but it tastes like fermented bean paste.
Sage, thyme, and lavender are all in the mint family, too.
Okay. We've talked about this. You're right. When people taste it, they're going to go, what the fuck is this? This is sage.
I know. That's why I didn't go for a Japanese variety.
Okay, there you go. I want to take a Sharpie, and I want to make marks on his face, on Mark's face, so we can watch the progression of his eyes closing down and getting like narrow. Every trip to H Mart, it just closes in a little bit more. It's fucking.
Okay.
All right.
You win.
Well, I have to say I was very happy with the Patchogue Beer Project beers. They just in the 2 weeks since I went there the first time, there were 3 different things up on the board. So it seems like their idea of having a fast rotating menu,
fairly decent turnover.
Yeah, it's you're able to go in there. You can get flights. They have these cool clear acrylic flight trays.
Yeah, those were cool. They're like the paddles, but they were clear.
Yeah, and when you set it on the table, the glasses are on the table, and then when you pick the paddle up, they settle into the into there to carry it around.
I've seen those in wood.
Yeah, I've seen those before too. I'm not terribly a fan because it's like kind of awkward when you're sitting it down. It really depends on the.
No, they have good glasses.
It also depends on if it's your first flight or second or third flight of the day.
I can't honestly remember where, but I was definitely a brewery that has those kind of paddles, and they use like the mini Belgian style glasses.
No.
And it's so you have to be super careful as you're putting the paddle down to make sure that all those glasses land properly on the
these look like mini shaker pints, so they were they're angled outward so they don't fall through the hole.
Right. Yeah, right.
Yeah. And the bottom is nice and flat.
Yeah, right.
The weirdest one I've ever seen like that. It looked kind of like an artist palette. Like a circle thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it had these little cutouts along the side, and they served it with the mini tulip glasses. So it looked really pretty, but it was really awkward.
Yeah, but it was a super disaster to hold because it was immediately unbalanced the second you picked it up.
They had a rack that they put down and then set it on a rack. It was really,
so fucking complicated.
You're way overcomplicating this, but it looks really cool because they made them out of log biscuits. So they look natural looking and stuff like that. They were very cool.
That's interesting.
I think that was either. I want to say that was Lake Placid.
I was gonna say that was one of the places that you stopped up at.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it was Lake Placid or something.
Yeah.
All right.
So definitely check them out, and we will update you. Follow us on social media to find out about our Chopped brew days and all that other stuff. We'll keep you updated on how Mark's dumpster fire goes and how I fall down at the plate while I'm playing.
Yeah. When Justin gets hit by the ball, even though it's sitting on a table.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take a big whiff.
There we go.
Well, everybody, cheers.
Right, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
If you enjoyed Beertastic Voyage, please be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and don't forget to review and rate us. The guys can be found online at www.beertasticvoyage.com, on Facebook at www.facebook.com/beertasticvoyage, and Twitter and Instagram at Beertastic Show, or send them a good old-fashioned email at beertasticvoyage@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and cheers for local beers.